more about the advanced DNA technology that led to the arrest of a man and a woman more than 30 years after the death of their newborn. Police say the child was likely killed in Louisiana the day she was born and was later found in a dumpster in Picayune, Mississippi. Andres Fuentes has more on what led to the arrest of the girl's parents.
For Freddie Drennan, there's a lot of emotion when walking through this Picayune graveyard after 2 arrests in a cold case he investigated more than 30 years ago.
I'm just glad that it is brought to a conclusion. I didn't care who brought it to a conclusion, I just wanted to see it.
Back in 1992, a newborn baby girl was found in a trash bag in a dumpster behind a restaurant. An autopsy showed the infant was likely born the morning she was found and was smothered. Now investigators say DNA points to the parents, Igna Johansson's Carrier and Andrew Carrier. Both face charges of first-degree murder and desecration of a body. Andrew Carrier was arrested in Galliano Thursday. Inga Johansson Carrier was arrested in Avondale in February.
It reminds me of very sad.
The case was reopened by Picayune Police in 2021. A special agent with the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation offered her help by covering the cost of forensic genealogy testing from evidence that was collected and preserved 3 decades ago.
From there, we found out who the grandparents were of the baby and went from there.
Police say the samples matched with 2 grandparents in Louisiana. Louisiana State Police then got DNA of their 4 children, and they say one of them is the parent of the child found dead. Baton Rouge DNA consultant Angela Ross says this type of DNA work isn't abnormal for a murder case like this.
But I know it has to be a homicide as far as what type of evidence can be submitted to the genealogy site in order to be searched. So there's no evidence to get an unknown DNA profile to search to try to find the perpetrator. Then sometimes the genetic genealogy is the only option, but it has to be the right type of a case to qualify for that type of testing.
Ross and Picayune Police say if it wasn't for the careful documentation and preservation of evidence back in the 90s, this case might still be open.
Without them being thorough and handling it the way it did, we may not have as much preserved to be able to send off for testing, or if they didn't consider what might be available in the future.
Now, both Carriers are now being held at the Jefferson Parish Correctional Facility while they wait to be extradited to Mississippi. They are currently being held without bond.